Elisa, one of my really good friends, actually, she was my neighbor in Charlotte, actually, Donna. I need to connect with you because my son has autism. I'm from Charlotte, and so is Elisa. So we all need to get together. Um, so small world on that one.
Wow.
But yeah, so my good friend, she knew what I was going through. I basically had to move from Charlotte, sell my house, and move to Cary because I was diagnosed with this crazy rare disease called CRPS. It's a nervous system disease. It's usually triggered by, well, it could be like excessive stress. It's basically your vagus nerve malfunctioning. And the best way to describe it in layman's terms is it's like cancer for the nervous system. So once it starts, it has a tendency to want to spread. And I have a few friends from my support groups that, it's full body and you're basically on fire 24/7. It is not something fun to have. If you look it up at the McGill pain scale, it's above childbirth, it's above cancer, it's above amputation. You don't want to have it.
Wow.
It is not fun. So kind of how it started, I kind of went a little bit too forward here. So how it started, yes, the CRPS, Kathy is just asked me. I am a 3-time domestic violence survivor. So with that, and I shouldn't say survivor, I should say thriver, because I've made it through and I'm out. And I'm only better because of it all. So, but because of that, stress is a killer, big time. And it messes with you big time, not just with your head, but with your body. And I think 3 times going through abusive situations, my body just went, like, my nerves were just shot, honestly, like everything was shot, adrenals, everything was shot. And then to top it all off, when I got through it, I broke 2 ribs kayaking. A week later, my sciatica went. I had all sorts of, like, I had osteoarthritis in my knees. So I got stem cell injections to try and fix the rib issue because I didn't have the money to go to a hospital, get anything really worked. Really can't do anything for ribs anyway, so why waste my money? So, just kind of nursing it as best as I could. Got stem cell injections. I got over 13 injections done at the same time. Well, one of the injections, it was a PRP injection, and they injected into the right knee, into the fat pad of my knee. You don't do that. My knee was way worse than where it was. Every step was agony. I had a knife going into my knee every single time I walked. And single mom dealing with kids and dogs while I was taking my dogs out, and I was going down a step. I didn't have a railing. My knee gave way because obviously my knee wasn't in good condition. Mm-hmm. And I broke, no joke, I broke the left foot. So tracking 2 ribs, jacked up right knee, left foot. Well, the doctor that put the cast on too tight and caused nerve damage in the left foot. So this is all within just a couple months time frame. I mean, it was just absolutely ridiculous. So I was wondering, okay, well, now I had to only put my weight on my right knee, which was bad. So it was progressively getting worse and worse because all I could do, because I couldn't do any weight on my left foot. But my left foot wasn't healing at all. Neither was my knee, neither was my back. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? And why isn't anything healing? Why isn't it working? So I went to multiple doctors. I went to probably over 5 doctors. I finally went to a doctor that said, I think you might have CRPS. And I'm like, what the heck is CRPS? Went on good old Facebook, asked any friends if they knew of anyone. I had a friend that knew a friend that had full body CRPS, talked to her, and she said, do not go the Western medicine way of things, because when you go the Western way of things, especially with CRPS, your body just goes nuts and chances are you will be full body. And it's just invasive surgeries, these crazy treatments, everything you could possibly think of, chemical, and surgery. And that is not the way I wanted to go. So the other way is holistic. Well, there is a Spiro clinic, which is $30,000+ in Arizona. And they can't guarantee anything, and there's good and there's bad to it. There's some people that, yes, they've been able to get into remission, and other people that no, not so much. So wasn't really liking the fact that I'd have to be away from my kids for over 3+ months. And what am I going to do with work? Because I'm trying to make a living, just me. And hard pressure sales. So on top of all that stress, I have to deal with all of that and quotas and all of that. So I made a very, very hard decision and sold my house in Charlotte, and moved all the way to Cary, because there was a doctor in Cary that actually trained the doctor that is in Arizona for the Spiro clinic. So I'm like, okay, well, Cary is in North Carolina. At least I can still see my kids a little bit. So I went through that whole process. The first day I was there, I was diagnosed right away. Absolutely, you have CRPS, and we need to start treatments ASAP. I was really close to losing my foot. My foot was death purple. I couldn't put it down at all. It was on fire nonstop. And it was getting to the point where I couldn't even breathe, because it was taking away. The pain was so bad that I couldn't breathe. And I'm more of a holistic person, so I really didn't want to take any kind of crazy pain medications and everything. I did get to that point, I'll tell you that. But 5 hospitals later, I'm just like, you know what, I guess I'm gonna have to. But I tried everything I possibly could, and took all the money from my house, well over $20,000 in just medical treatments, very close to Donna, $295, 3 times a week. So that can add up very, very quickly. Had to buy a mobility scooter. Actually, I had to buy 2 mobility scooters. Had to buy a lift for my car, a stair lift for the stairs, just all sorts of crazy stuff, trying every kind of supplement, every kind of I did laser therapies, microcurrent therapies, all the things that the other doctor was doing. I basically bought for myself, because I'm like, well, I'm not spending $295 for too long.
So how long ago did you start using the patches?
Only 2.5 months.
Okay, so tell me what's happened in the last 2.5 months.
Amazing stuff. So last year, this is bittersweet, because last year Christmas was horrendous. It was starting to spread to my right side, and I was absolutely miserable. Didn't have my kids, didn't have anyone. And yeah. And now this Christmas, it's just completely different thanks to these patches. It's insane. And I have my Nirvana, so I'm going to try not to cry and stuff on this, but it's just 2.5, almost going on 3 months, and my mobility has increased dramatically. I'm walking around in my house without even a cane. I still have to use the stair lift for the stairs and stuff, but I'm determined to be out of that very soon too. I'm walking more just in general without the mobility scooter, even in public. The energy I feel is better. The joy I have is so much better. But I'd say the inflammation, holy crap, Aeon has got to be my favorite one. I literally could feel my foot decreasing. Like, it was insane. And my knee was going back to its like normal size. And it's truly incredible. I detoxed a good bit for the first week, but it was just night and day. And now I'm telling absolutely everyone I can, because it's
Dr.
like,
Stacy, what about the fire? What happened to the nerves? Do you still have a ton of fire in your body?
No. So actually I was 5 hours in a car yesterday, because I was able to get my kids, praise God, for Christmas. so I had a 5-hour car drive, and I would be 15 minutes in a car and I'd be flaring like really, really bad on fire. That 5-hour car drive, or being in a car for that long, I wasn't even flaring. And I was just like, what the heck? Like, it's just such a big difference. And then, very, very low, like I told my friend Lisa, like very low, like back pain. Like normally it would be just unbelievable. Like my back, I could barely move. It was just unbelievable that just that little bit of time,
Mm-hmm.
how old am I? I don't know how old I am. 37 going on 80 is what I used to say. But
Not anymore.
I'm
Not
reversing all
anymore.
that. Yes.
X39, Aeon, Nirvana. Any other patch you're using?
X39, Aeon, Nirvana, Ice Wave, Glutathione.
Okay.
Yeah, I just started the Nirvana, and I'm starting to, I think, feel a little bit of the difference with the supplement piece of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.